Hi, guys. Welcome to By Chance or By God, the only channel for skeptics with an open mind. Your job is to answer the question, did it happen by chance or by God? This is one of my favorite stories, and I hope you enjoy it. This is episode number 10, and it comes from Jeff Foxworthy, the comedian, and I call it The Bible Story. Jeff volunteers at a homeless mission in his town. One day he was asked to lead a small group Bible study at the mission. During their first meeting, Jeff wasn't getting much participation, so he decided to ask a question, trying to get the guys to open up. So he asked, "What is the Bible?" Jeff said all he was trying to get out of them was that, unlike any other book, it was alive, that different things talk to you at different times in your life. One guy says, "Really, it's just a book of rules. Just a book." There was a trash can nearby, and he took his Bible and threw it in the trash can. There was a hush that came over the room. Nobody was comfortable with it. Then this great big guy, Wayne, gets up and goes over there. He pulls the Bible out of the trash can and said, "Hey, man, you can't do that." The man that threw it in the trash can said, "It's just a book. Why would that bother you?" Wayne said, "Let me tell you a story. My mom died several years ago. When she died, I got $70,000 in life insurance from her. I'd never had a wad of money like that, and I just lost my mind. I got two girlfriends, and we started to party night and day. But because I'm partying night and day, I quit going to work. And when I quit going to work, I lost my job. When I got fired, I quit paying rent, so I get kicked out of my apartment. So I got all my possessions in 4 or 5 suitcases and a couple of backpacks. And the only thing that I owned from my mom was the Bible from when I was a kid. On the inside page, my mother had written a love letter to me. But we were drinking and smoking crack, and I don't have a place to live, so we're going over to the west side of town and living in these cheap motels, and the party's still rolling day and night. We're smoking crack and having a big time, but as we're bouncing from hotel to hotel, I keep losing my stuff. At one point, I realize that I've lost my backpack and that the one that had the Bible in it. The only thing I had from my mom. But the party keeps going. Several months down the road, of course, the money runs out. The day after the money ran out, the girls left. So now I don't have a job. I don't have an apartment. I'm a crack addict, and I'm on the street. I'm on the street bumming money so I can get high for another year and a half. One day, this guy comes along and says, "I got a job for you." So I did the job for a few bucks. Apparently, I did a good job because a week or so later he came back and said, "I have another job for you." He said, "This time I need another guy to help." There was another homeless guy reading a newspaper, and he thought, "Hey, if he can read, he must be smart." So he got the two of us. He took us in his car and drove over 100 miles from Atlanta. The guy had bought an old apartment building. He wanted to kind of gut it out and renovate so he could rent the apartments. So we clean out the ground floor together. On the second floor, the other guy's up there kind of sweeping everything up, putting it in trash bags, and dropping them out of the window. I'm getting the trash bags and walking them down to the corner to the dumpster. This goes on for a couple of hours until he quits dropping bags, and I figure he's done. So I go up there, and he's done a good job cleaning up the second floor. It looks good, except there's a pile of stuff in the corner. And I'm like, "Hey, dude, you missed the stuff over there." He said, "Oh, no. That stuff I found I thought might be worth something, so I kept it." So I go over and I start looking through the stuff. And there's a book down there at the bottom of it. I reach down and pick up the book. I open it. And there's the love letter from my mom. It's the childhood Bible. A year and a half and 100 miles. It's my childhood Bible. A year and a half later, 100 miles away. I thought, okay, if God is chasing me this hard, I'm going to stop running. And that's why you can't throw the Bible in the trash. I've been off drugs for 3 years, have a full-time job helping guys transition from the street back into life. It's more than a book. There really is life there, even for people who have kind of given up hope. So what do you think? Did Wayne find his Bible by chance or by God? Finding that Bible a year and a half later, after it was lost or stolen, 100 miles away in a pile of trash. Seems almost like a miracle, doesn't it? What do you think?